Deacon, leave us alone.
No way.
You've done enough damage.
Oh, he's only trying to protect you, my dear. From the husband that has made your life so miserable.
Oh, you know that's not true. My own lies, my own secrets, that's what made me miserable. Losing you because of them, that made me miserable.
So you turned to him?
Yes, I did. Because I was afraid to tell you, but I was going to tell you, Massimo, tonight. You don't believe me, do you? I don't blame you. But you've got to believe me when I tell you that you are the only man that I love, that I want to spend the rest of my life with. You've got to believe that, Massimo.
6, 7,
Now that's what I like to see.
99. Got my message, huh?
Yeah, just so you know, I don't usually just drop everything when a man calls and come running, especially after he's canceled a date.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, what was the big emergency?
There really wasn't one, actually.
But your dad called and insisted that you meet him at the office.
He did. He got this big extravagant gift from my mother. He wanted me there when he gave it to her, so I could see it.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. Tough on the outside, but inside, pussycat. Especially when it comes to my mother.
Believe you? I don't believe a word you say. How could I have thought that we could make a new beginning?
We can.
Nothing has changed. It is lies upon lies upon lies, and when I think of it, it just makes me sick.
It makes me sick, too, to think how much I've hurt you.
What about how he hurt you? Let's talk about that for a second. Jackie, he threw you out. He made you feel like you were nothing.
He was lashing out because he was upset. I understand.
And you forgive him, huh?
Yes, I forgive him. He forgave me. That is how much we love each other.
That's how little we knew each other.
No, Massimo. No, I know you. I understand you better than anyone can understand you. I didn't before. Because I didn't have enough faith in our love. But I do now, and darling, we can get past this. If you can find it in your heart to forgive me just once more, I swear you will never, ever have any reason to doubt me again. I swear.
How stupid do you think I am? This little liaison of yours was going on before I threw you out.
All right, Massimo, that's
Shut
not true.
up! I knew that you were hiding something. I mean, I could smell the lies. That's why I had him following you. As you well know, don't you?
Yes, I knew that.
She wasn't cheating on you, Massimo. You were wrong.
Was I wrong, Jacqueline, The night that you disappeared, you told me that you were with Lauren, right? And then you changed your mind. You said, no. I was too drunk, so I passed out in my car. That was a lie, too, now wasn't it? Because you were with him. You were in his bed having sex with him, weren't you?
We know what we have, Amber. Why can't anyone else see it?
You can't be serious. There is no way I would condone anything between you and Thomas.
Okay, fine. Don't condone it. But don't condemn us either. I didn't seduce Thomas. I fell in love with him. And you don't want to believe that. You don't want to believe that he really could care about me. But in your heart, I know you know it's possible. And love, real love, always wins in the end. You know, after everything you went through with Stephanie, I thought you of all people would understand where I'm coming from.
You need a new ally now, don't you? Now that Stephanie knows what you're all about.
She's wrong about me. As wrong as she was about you for all those years.
Stop with the comparison.
Well, you're just like her now. You've turned into her. You're fighting against Thomas and me instead of...
What, supporting you?
Well, at least let's see what could happen. You know, I don't know, maybe it's not meant to be, but it sure feels that way.
Oh, my God.
Why did he come to the beach house at first night, huh? He didn't know I was there.
Well, you shouldn't have been there.
Well, I was. And from that moment on, things started changing for the both of us. And now you can call it sick or depraved or whatever you want. But I think it was fate.
Well, your dad sounds like an interesting character.
Regular guy.
Well, what about him and your mother? You know, finding each other after all those years apart? I mean, that doesn't happen every day.
How did you hear about that?
Well, I read about it.
The French press? It made the French press? Very impressive.
Well, you know, the French are suckers for a romantic story, and theirs certainly is.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, when they hooked up, I think it was good for both of them because they were both getting along fine the way they were, but I don't know, it didn't really feel like they were living, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Mom was always there for me, kind of like being up and positive, and the old man, well, he had everything a guy could want.
Except love.
Yeah. I look at that too.
You were with Deacon that night.
No. No, Jackie, come on, tell him. Tell him.
Jacqueline.
Yes, Massimo, I was with Deacon that night. And I know there's nothing I can say to you to make you understand. Massimo, I was so lost. The lies, they were just consuming my life to the point where I just lost all sense of myself. You know, I was drinking. I was so ashamed and I was so alone.
No. You weren't alone. You had me, your husband, Dominic, your son.
It's my family. My family. That's who I was fighting for. At least that's who I thought I was fighting for. But in the end, I was just trying to save myself.
Right. And that's all you're going to be left with.
So weird.
What are you referring to?
Your father and my mother.
It sounds kind of weird. What about him?
Oh, I don't know. Our families are like some twisted jigsaw puzzle.
Twisted being the operative word.
I mean, you're even drinking buddies with my mother.
Well, we've had our moments.
All my other boyfriends were terrified of her.
I wonder why.
You think your parents will like me?
Probably not. Why would you even ask?
Well, I don't know. Your father just seems a little intimidating, you know? That big man with a booming voice.
It's all show. He's a good guy. Very devoted to his family. For his whole reason for living.
Massimo, please don't shut me out. I know how badly I've hurt you, and I would do anything to undo that, but I can't, so... Just rage at me, will you? Just punish me.
Say it, because he'll do it.
Don't give up on me, though. Don't give up on us.
Lies. All lies. From the day we were married.
No, that's not true.
Married that day ago. You remember?
Yes, I remember. I was so happy.
beautiful.
It was a beautiful day. You've given me so many beautiful, beautiful days. And this is how I repay you. I'm going to spend the rest of my life regretting what I've done, but I'm going to spend the rest of my life making it up to you. If you'll let me. Oh, Massimo, please. Say something. Say something to me. Yell at me. Tell me what you think of me. Tell me anything. Please, just tell me, Massimo.
It wasn't fate that brought you and Thomas together. You manipulated him. And don't tell me that Stephanie would say that about Rich and me.
Well, wouldn't she? Come on, Brooke. I have seen her tear you down time and time again.
That has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, but you know what? You were determined to be with Ridge. To be the next Forrester matriarch. And you did it. You did. Only thing is, the new matriarch is acting a hell of a lot like the old one. Is that what you want, Brooke? Is that who you want to be? Don't let your anger and your suspicion consume you like Stephanie did. Please. Thomas and I, we have something so real. Look. You see this? Thomas gave it to me. Because he wanted me to always have a reminder that he believed in me. Does that sound like I'm manipulating him? Or that it's all about sex? Yeah, that's what they used to say about you. Who knows? Maybe Thomas and I can prove everybody wrong. Just like you and Rich did.
I'm not going to fall for it, Amber. I've seen you play this role too many times.
Roll?
The poor, pathetic, misunderstood Amber, who uses her sympathy card to lure people in and then use them. You used Rick, you used Thomas, and now you're using me.
No, I'm not.
What are you doing here? Stephanie said she'd call the police if you didn't leave town.
I was leaving.
Good. Don't let me stand in your way.
You know, you're gonna look back on this decision someday and you're gonna regret it.
The only thing I regret is that it's taken me this long to get rid of you. And don't give me those sad eyes. You're no victim here, Amber. You're just a manipulative little tramp from the desert who...
Sounds familiar, huh? Except you were a tramp from the valley. That's what she called you. There it is. Transformation is complete. You are Stephanie.
You have 5 minutes to leave this city.
You're still here?
And apparently so are you.
Look, Lieutenant Baker, look, I was...
No, you listen. Now, the Forresters have been more than patient, but there's a restraining order against you which you violated, which makes you now my responsibility. And I gotta warn you, my patience is wearing thin.
Am I under arrest?
This is your last warning. If I find you anywhere around the Forresters again, I will have you arrested.
Fine. On. One more thing. It's over, Amber.
I know what you're thinking. I betrayed you in the worst possible way. And you're right, you didn't deserve this.
Don't take it out on Jackie. She was weak, and I took advantage.
I see you. I see you, standing. I don't recognize you.
I'm still the woman who loves you, who's loved you her whole life.
Listen, I just wanted to make happy.
And you wanted to be happy too, and I promised to do that for you. I promised to bring you love and joy. And I failed. I'm so sorry, Massimo. You opened up your heart to me. And I brought you nothing but anguish and shame. Please say something to me. Anything. Just anything. Tell me what you think of me. Because I do deserve it.
You were the love of my life. Willow.
Massimo! Oh, God! Massimo! 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 Please! Oh, God! Massimo, are you all right? No! Massimo! Massimo!